Hey folks, Miles from Feel Alive Coaching here. Hey, look, today I want to talk a bit about one of the key areas of where people fail as far as losing weight's concerned or gaining weight, depending on what your goal might be. And also eating enough or eating too much, depending on what your calorie intake requirements are or what a deficit is and all that sort of stuff. Understanding macros, understanding calorie deficit and how you can use that to manipulate where you want to get with your goals and how fast you can get your goals. So what I've got here is free glasses. Now, I've put these into a oven tray here to show you how things can go completely wrong and where you might be missing. And it's a real simplistic sort of, use of demonstrating how calorie control and macros and calorie deficit and the opposite of deficit, addition, can actually be very, very useful for you hitting your goals. So what we've got here is free containers full of water. We've got one over here, which is maybe about a litre and a bit. One here, which is about a quarter of a litre, and a small little shot glass over here. And this can be a representation of many different types of people. The water is, for the purpose of this experiment, is going to represent what we need to eat to maintain balance and maintain everything within our diet range. So 3 different types of people, 3 different sort of energy systems, 3 different systems that they require just to maintain homeostasis or to basically maintain existence in life. Okay, so where things can go wrong is when we try to overeat. Now, what can often happen is that you get a person like this, okay, and they have a resting calorie amount of say a couple of thousand calories a day. And that's what they require to live happily within their weight range and to be in a healthy sort of environment. Now, what happens if they want to start trying to eat like this person? Okay, obviously what can happen is they eat to what they're actually able to eat, they eat to what their calorie allowances are, and then they go and have a splurge and they try and eat more and more and more. And what ends up happening is they end up spilling it over. And there's no way that glass is going to be able to contain the amount of water that's in this glass. So what invariably happens is that person ends up putting on weight. And they end up being in this situation over here where they're carrying too much weight and they're eating way too much calories. So now they have to eat the calories required for this size. So then they can sort of carry on like that. Now, what they might come to me and they might say, my goal might be this or my goal might be that. And so straight away, they sort of think, they go online and they think, right, I need to lose some weight, right? I need to start eating that amount there and I weigh this amount right now, okay? So let's just, for the purpose of our experiment, we'll get rid of this water, okay? So now you weigh this, but you want to weigh that, okay? So you start thinking to yourself, you know what? I'm going to start eating that amount. So this might represent 800 calories. So they'll pour that in. Now, obviously, this hasn't even gone anywhere close to filling up this jar. So now what happens is you end up starving and you end up sort of full of lack of energy and you want to eat and you're craving food and you're craving sugar. So what happens is you go into the supermarket and you buy a big bag of chippies and you start eating. Oh my God, that feels great. I want more. You go past KFC. Look at those burgers. It looks just beautiful. Yum, 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 yum. And we're back here again. Okay, so what's actually happened is they've overeaten, they feel like a failure, they feel like they're not working out and things haven't happened at all for them. What they should be thinking about is maybe if I target this area or maybe I cut back a little bit, okay? So what I do at Feel Alive Coaching is talk to people around macros and about ways that it can actually help them to lose weight in a systematic, planned way that's going to be achievable for them and to reach their goals. So let's just say we have this person here and they're currently eating around about 4,000 calories. So I come along and I say to them, look, let's take some of that out. Let's take 200 or 300 calories out a day. Okay, so now we're down to here. Okay, we've taken a bit out. Now what's going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? They might have still some little cravings. They still might feel, oh, gosh, I'm feeling a little bit hungry. I'm not up to my top here. I'm not up to my 4,000 calories. But you know what? It's okay. because, you know, I'm going to start losing weight. And as I start losing weight, I'm going to start feeling better. Okay, so they carry on. And they get to this point here where they feel pretty good. So then they'll come to me and they'll say, oh, Miles, I'm sort of, you know, let's ramp it up. So I'll say to them, let's just take another couple hundred calories off. That's all right. We'll just gradually get them used to it. So we go there. And we've taken some down there as well. So now we're down here, but because we've gradually worked into it, it's not a shot to the system. So we're not rushing out to KFC to fill up. We're just gradually, and now we're living on what we want to live like. So now what happens is they get to that point where they're starting to feel good about themselves. Now this person over here, this is probably a little bit too lean, a bit too extreme. We don't need that person. What they ideally want to get to is this person over here, okay? So now, what we've got now is this amount of water here, and now we're living like this. And we're eating that, and we're sort of eating what our target weight should be, and now our weight is reduced to the amount that we should be without going extreme, without losing too much weight, without sort of craving and stuff like that. And now we've got this little bit here. So now we can sort of manage that a little bit better. It's a more healthy weight range and we can manage a little bit. So, you know, we might sort of say, let's do some exercise, let's go for some walks and that sort of stuff. So we get a little bit of calorie deficit in here, okay? So this would be, say, your ideal weight, but it's okay because you know what? Hey, we might have a little treat every now and then. We go out to the movies, we have some chocolate, we might have an ice cream, and that comes up to there and it sits around under there. But we don't get ourselves into that sort of terrible place of overeating and overconsumption of calories, and we maintain that weight and we feel good, we feel energized, and it's just a fantastic place to be, and you've been able to sustain that. So the long-term prospects is going to be fantastic because you're going to be able to maintain this for a long term without going crazy. And that essentially is about understanding your macros and about planning. And it's one of the things that I do at Fur Life Coaching is sit down with people and understand exactly where they're at and exactly where I can help. And so we can plan things around. We say, but this is your 2,000 calories, this might be your 4,000, this might be your 500. But we're not going to worry about 500 calories because it's not sustainable and you end up getting sick. And 9 times out of 10, in fact, almost 10 out of 10, you're going to fail and jump back onto this bandwagon and not even get the benefit. So let's get rid of that. Let's get you to this point here. Let's manage things in a systematic way. And the important thing about this is understanding that if you want to lose weight, you want to create a deficit. You want to create a deficit that's going to be sustainable and you're going to be able to stick to. And then you're going to be able to make that life change that's going to make you feel so much better down the track. You know, you can't go too crazy. And if you find yourself in a place where you're starting to lose it, you know, calories, the same thing's going to happen. If you keep eating too much, you're going to go over, and before you know it, you're going to be back over here. So what I'm about is there's no quick fixes, folks. There's no quick sort of magical pill. You know, if I could invent the magic fat loss pill, I would be a very wealthy man, but there isn't. But what I can give you is a sustainable plan that's going to be life-changing, it's going to make you feel healthier, and it's going to help you feel in a much better place. And it's going to last, and you're going to feel in a much better, more energetic, more happier place here than you are here. Or in this area here, where you're just constantly craving food and stuff like that. So, you know, look, folks, to me, that is a nutshell how macros work out and how understanding calorie deficit. If you want to lose weight, the basic takeaways are this. If you want to lose weight, you reduce your calories and then train, and then accordingly, you will start dropping weight. If you want to gain weight, you increase your calories. But first, you got to start off knowing whereabouts you are on the genetic plan. Once you understand that, then we can start planning around that and how best to tailor a program to you that's going to help you. But look, it's really simple. Lose weight, reduce calories. It's as simple as that. And then understanding which body type. Now that's a whole new video, understanding what that is, because that's when we get into, are you an ectomorph, are you a mesomorph, are you an endomorph? And that's another whole chapter. And I'll talk about that in a different video. But in a sense, I just wanted to show you just how easy it is to explain and understand about calories and about eating the right amount for your body and about why you may be missing out on hitting your goals and why you haven't reached those goals yet. But hey, like and subscribe with this video, please. Let's grow this channel. Anything you want to know more about, please put in the comments below and sort of drop me a line, or go to miles@fitalifecoaching.co.nz. Ask me directly for any information, any stuff that you want to know about fitness and health. I'm happy to talk. But thanks for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you and talking again real soon. Bye.